Hello Guitar Heroes and welcome back to Clone Hero Lessons. Today we're going to be doing some pretty complicated stuff, which is why I'm not going to be the one playing it. We're actually going to be analyzing some video footage of Toby. If you've never heard of Toby, he was probably the best Guitar Hero player in the world for quite a few years. Way back in like 2012, 2013, I don't remember when he started and quit, but we're going to be watching a video of his and just going over a lot of sweeps, ladders, all kinds of weird tapping things. So this video is called Universes 100% FC. This is one of my favorite Guitar Hero videos anybody's ever made. So just to start out,
if I don't FC up to Omega Centauri right now, I will.
So just to start out, the song progressively gets faster the whole time. So right here it's pretty easy because it's just regular hammer-ons. So yeah, we'll kind of skip that past this part. Now this is what we call a ladder. I mean, this is kind of slow to really capture it. But you can see it goes like 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4. There'll be a few more of those coming up later, but when they're this slow, you can really just one-hand it. So, yeah, let's keep going. Okay, now right here, you see he's only going up to the middle note, and then he's tapping. Alright, and right here, okay, so right here you can see it's basically just trails. So he's like holding one note, tapping, and then moving. You know, you just want to move your bass note up and down, and then tap. This is something that'll come in handy on all kinds of songs you run into. And then back to just regular one hand. And now these ladders are a little bit faster. So let's slow this down really fast. So it looks like the way that he's doing it is that it kind of is like a 5-4-3 and a 3-2-1, but they're kind of like overlapping each other. So you go 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Let's see if we can get a better view of that. So you want to go 5 with one hand, and then 3, and then 4, and then 2, and then 3, and then 1. Now that's kind of how you would do ladders in a lot of cases, but I think he does it a little bit differently later as it gets even faster. Here, I'll rewind it. Now here it starts to do sort of just a lot of chimneys and triplets. So it just goes like triplets going downwards, and then it kind of curves back upwards. So you're kind of switching between descending, ascending, and then just tap notes. Yeah, so if you just slow this way down. And there's something that he's doing right now that I'll explain a little bit more soon. So this is regular speed. So I guess I'll just put it this way. When you get into tapping, stuff like this, where the whole song is just one big long tapping streak, it becomes a much different game of Guitar Hero, because it's no longer about, like, you know, adapting to all sorts of like different tempos and patterns. It's mostly just about, you know, treating your hands to be as consistent as possible in any given pattern that you're working on. This is what it looks like. So you see it goes like 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. And like I was saying before, you can kind of like, yeah, just alternate your hands one note at a time. But when it starts getting really fast like this, it becomes really hard to do that. So the way that he's looking at it is he's seeing it as 3 doubles instead of 2 triples, I guess you could say. So he's going like 5, 3 with one hand, and then 4, 2, and then just tapping the 3. And then, but since you're doing increments of 3, it means you go right, left, right, which means the next one you probably have to go left, right, left. Now that's, I'm never going to tell you there's an easy way to do that, because that takes some extreme coordination when you're trying to alternate that kind of thing. But yeah, it goes 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. So I hope that that will give you a basic idea of how to practice ladders at least. Because when you're doing them this speed. Alright, now this is just like my trill lesson. You just kind of gotta teach both of your hands to work together. Just holding the bass note. And then, yeah, just kind of going over it. Now there's some ascending quads, and then some zigzags, descending quads, ascending quads. Now what I was getting at before, which with how you could really sum up tapping, is that you tend to look at the notes and just like the shapes of clusters of notes. So instead of like just looking at each note individually, you're gonna be you'll see clusters of notes, whether it's like 3s, 4s, 5s, or whatever. We should be getting to that. So here's some more crazy ladders. You can kind of see what his hands are. Yeah, so kind of look what his hands are doing. They're kind of alternating right there. So this is what I'm talking about with seeing notes as shapes. So you can see right here, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now instead of going like 1, 2, 3, 4, all it is like a slap of the frets. So you would just like slap that the 2, 3, 4, since you're basically always going to be holding down the green in this situation. And then you see these sweeps, how it goes like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I mean, he's just seeing those as clusters of 3, and he's just alternating his hands. So he'll go like 1, and then 2, and then 3. I'll get that closer on my hands. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And like I said, when you're doing groups of 3s, your hands are going to be alternating, and it's going to be different each time, because you got left, right, left, and then right, left, right. So it's pretty weird. But then you've got like the one coming back down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you go left, right, left, and then probably all the way back down to left, right, left. So yeah, you can see with his hands how he's just slapping it. He's not taking each note individually, he's just going, you know, when you do that, you can hit lots of notes really fast. But since it's harder to like go to the next pattern with that same hand, you just slap it, and then slap it with your next hand. And then take your hand off of it and slap it, and then slap it. And you'll really see that that's how it looks when he's playing at full speed. So like, this is full speed. And keep in mind, this is Guitar Hero 3, where there's not even any tap notes. And he's just crazy. So yeah, just look at that. I think that's something like 40 or something notes per second. So, like for right here, he's just holding down 1, and he's just slapping 5 4 3 5 4 3. I mean, it sounds simple, but it takes a lot of practice to do it this accurately at this speed, especially when you're trying to like switch to the other patterns. Like, we'll go down to quarter speed. So you can just like, see his hands right here. How he's just alternating his hands, slapping those 3 notes, and it's the same deal when he's doing these sweeps. Like I said, there's 3 notes, there's 3 notes, there's 3 notes, and then sometimes you can just kind of do like there's 3 notes and then start over. So I mean, your hands are alternating for stuff like this. I mean, I honestly can't do this, which is why I'm not the one playing right now. So yeah, if you're looking to get into like really intense stuff, like these crazy sweeps, you'll find these in all kinds of like really hard songs. And right here you got chimneys, which if you've seen my video on chimneys, like in this case it goes 3 4 5 4 3 and then 5. So it's like you do a zigzag and then tap, and then a zigzag and then a tap. It's actually easier than you would think once you try it. And then it gets to 5 4 3, and then a 5 4 3 2, and then 5 4 3 2, and then just a 4 3 2, and then a 4 3 2 1 4 3 2 1. And I mean, all this is happening in like a second. So then he has to change back going up, and then he changes going back down, and then going back up. And so yeah, there's full speed.
Universe FC, yes!
And there you have it. I hope you got something good out of this video. I mean, this is probably the most advanced thing I've gone over, since Universes is way harder than anything I could play, that's for sure. But it's really good to know that if there are patterns or songs that you just really cannot figure out, but there's videos of other people playing them, like, just do this. Just play the video, slow it down as much as you can. YouTube will let you go down to quarter speed, so just watch their hands and see how they're hitting stuff. I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff, and hopefully Toby comes back to Guitar Hero someday, because even his videos from 5 or 6 years ago is still stands up against a lot of the stuff that is being done today. So thanks for watching.